Hello students, welcome to Noble Digital Class. We look forward to your utmost attention and dedication towards your class at your Noble platform. Using of technology in excess may be harmful for your physical and mental health. To reduce its aftermath, yoga and meditation is recommended. Students should practice these regularly. Please watch the video for 30 to 40 minutes only. Then take 5 to 10 minutes break. Close your eyes and recall the content taught by your teacher. This short break will be quite relaxing for your eyes.
Hello students, this is Prajapati. Welcome back to our virtual class. Students, in our previous class, we had left the chapter where the seagull got mad because how he saw that his mother was coming towards him having a piece of fish which he liked very much. The sight which he saw, that how his mother was tearing that fish, and again she was scraping her beak onto a rock to wet it, and the same sight when he watched, he was thinking that he also used to do the same thing because of this was his favorite action, right? And when he saw that his mother was coming towards him, then he got mad. The sight of the food maddened him, right? The last line we have read, this is in this paragraph, you can see, and how he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. This we have done. And then he created that sound, ga ga ga, he cried, begging her to bring him some food, and ga cola, she screamed back derisively, right? That showing not much interest, like, and just making someone else fool and just pretending to make someone else fool. She was doing the same, right? So but he kept calling plaintively. He was again and again calling his mother plaintively, how pathetically, how poorly, how kindly. And after a minute or so he uttered a joyful scream, and after a minute he just spoke, he shouted with a happy scream. What he shouted? His mother had picked up a piece of fish and was flying across to him with it. So that sight, this is actually the sight when he saw that his mother was coming towards him. He got very, very happy and he started to shout, right? Then what happened? Now let us start. See, he leaned out. He leaned out. That means he was just bowing towards, right? How he was bowing, that he leaned out eagerly. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, tapping, just thumping and tapping the rock with his one of the feet, and trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. Students, this sight, you can understand that what the scenario would be. Just we do have a one image, and just watching it we can understand. See, this is the seagull just sitting over here, right? And how in front of him, this seagull's mother, she came with that piece of fish which was into her beak. This is, you can see. And how he was just here on the rock, okay, just on the ledge on the rock. So he was waiting that his mother would come near, would come nearer. How she was coming, but she actually at one particular spot, and she stayed over there. She halted into the air. She halted there. She stayed over there, just motionless, and just closer and closer. And the seagull was surprised that why she was not coming towards him, and why she was not coming nearer and nearer. So he was surprised. Now what happened? Let's see in the chapter. The image, after watching this, I think you would have understood that what would be the scene there. So what he was doing, tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across, as she came, right? What we have seen in the image. But when she was just opposite to him, see, when she came and just opposite to him, just in front of him, she halted, she stopped, I just told you, no, we have watched that image, that how she halted, she stopped into the air, and her wings motionless. She was not flying, but she stood over there, and the piece of fish in her beak, almost within the reach of his beak. The piece of, see, the piece of fish in her beak, in whose beak? A seagull's mother, and almost within reach of his beak. That means she was very closer, but not in the approach of seagull. Okay, then he waited a moment in surprise. Seagull was waiting in surprise. She was, he was wondering that what was happening, wondering why she did not come nearer, why she was not coming closer and nearer. He was surprised, he was in wonder. And then what happened? Maddened by hunger. See, maddened by hunger, this is the inspiration, and this is actually the main thing which made him to do something. And what did he do? Let's see. That maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. What did he do? He dived at the fish. Just come to our image again. You can see here. See, this is the seagull and this is his mother. How she came and she, stayed or halted and motionless into the air, and how he was just waiting that she would come nearer, but she was not coming. And after getting mad, what did he do? He dived just here, just from here, dived to get that piece of fish which was into his mother's beak, right? Now what happened when he dived? See, when he dived, with a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space, that into the downfall, or into that open area. How he was just, falling, and outwards and downwards, just how, turning around he was. And then monstrous terror, a huge terror seized, caught him, and his heart stood still. And just for a moment, his heart stood still. That means he was, completely frightened that now what would happen. Okay, how he was falling. But now what happened then? Then he could hear nothing. See, again he was just feeling like a deaf. And it but it only lasted a minute. But everything which was happening with him, it was only for a minute. What was happening with him? He was falling, the monstrous terror seized him, right? He was falling outwards and downwards. Then monstrous terror seized him, and his heart stood still, and he could hear nothing. So all these things were happening with him, but these things were only for a minute. That was interesting. Then what happened later? The next moment he felt his wings spread outwards, and then the very next moment he felt that how his wings automatically spread outwards, outside, like in the direction of outside. Previously they were folded, and he was not, just putting any effort to fly as, as usual. He was just falling, but automatically how his wings spread outwards, and he started to flap his wings. See that the wind rushed against his breast feathers. How the air was coming, just crossing and against his breast feathers, and then under his stomach and against his wings. So how the wind was passing through him, right? So then what happened? See, he could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air, and he could feel the tips of his wings, the toe of his wings cutting through the air. So how the air was just passing through the wings, he could feel that air, right, on the toe, on the tips. And he was not falling headlong now. Now he was not falling headlong, like just towards the head, how he was falling. But now he was not falling. But what happened? He was soaring gradually. He was flying gradually downwards and upwards. That this is the skill of flying, that sometime downwards, sometime outwards. He was now soaring. He was flying, and he was no longer afraid. Now he was no longer afraid. That means he was not in fear. he just felt a bit dizzy. You can see that the meaning is given here, uncomfortable feeling of spinning around and losing one's balance. So just once for a moment, like just he lost the balance and he was not in particular balance, so bit dizzy. Then he flapped his wings. See, then he flapped his wings once and he soared upward. And then again flapping his wings, what did he do? He soared, he flew upwards, like towards the upper side, and just shouting in a way, ga 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 ko la. This is their uh, the traditional, or we can say their own natural sound, which were created by seagull. And his mother swooped past him. Just now she was also swooping, diving and coming, just flying, came just past him, behind him, and her wings making a loud noise, and her wings were also making loud noise. Okay, and he answered her with another scream, and then again he too answered his mother with another scream, another shout. So that's how he learned how to fly, but it was not an easy task. How first of all, there was one important thing, that not intentionally or deliberately he tried to fly, but something else which made him fly. You know what was that? Yes, his hunger actually is the device which compelled him to fly. Because of that hunger, he dived for the fish, and then he started to fall, and automatically he started to fly, right? So this is the thing happened with him. The next part, guys, will start into our next class. That will be the last the part of the chapter, and then the chapter will be finished, and then question answers, right? So that's all for the day. I hope you understood how the interesting and the significant twist came into the chapter in today's content. Okay, so thank you so much. Bye bye. Stay safe, stay healthy.